Hello, lovely folks. My name is Dr. Daniel QSE, and I'm a foreign veterinary graduate living in the United States. And today, I'm going to talk to y'all about how I study for the qualifying science examination and answer common questions of the PAVE participant. How about these exams? Just a little background. I applied for the PAVE program somewhere in May 2022, and I took and passed the exams, that's the QSE, in September 2022. So I was very excited. So while I was preparing for these exams, I found out that it was very difficult for me to find, many resources available in order for me to pass the test. So it is my hope that in making this video, I will help a lot of people out there shed more light on the available resources and guide in order for you to make it somewhat easier for you to pass the test. Although that largely depends on the resources that you have, obviously, and then the prior veterinary knowledge that you have, and I think the ability to trust your gut. One of the trusted resources that I used in studying for the PAVE test was the Zuku review. So I subscribed to the 3 months, and that was just enough for me to pass the test, and which is about $369, I think. So you have a 6-month one, and you have a 45 days one. So I would recommend you having the premium because you have unlimited subscription to it, and you could always go through as many times as you can, and it's really going to help you. So you have so many things over here right now. So you have like videos, you have lectures, you have flashcards, you have the Zuku app, you have so many images. It's going to help you and break everything down, as well as you also have like a pop-up window to Merck's manual and to other resources for detailed explanation of everything on the test. So it's quite easy and it's pretty simple for you to follow. So what I normally did was to focus mainly on the 2,400 PAVE format questions. So that's what I did. I tried to go through it as many as I could to the point that I knew everything on the top of my head. And one advice I would give y'all is you need to focus mainly on the time test that mimics the BCSEE or the PAVE, because the PAVE test is the time test, which consists about 225 questions. So you only have 220 minutes to answer it. So you need to be up to speed. I highly recommend that you subscribe to the Zuku review, because this is what I believe helped me prepare adequately for these exams. And all you got to do is just follow through and you surely make it. Now, another resource that I used was a QSE practice exam that was made by the actual company PSI, who created a QSE test. It is a little spendy because it is $45 and you can only take the practice test once, but I found it helpful because it was given the exact same format that a QSE test is in. And to be honest with you, many of the questions are similar to the Zuku practice test, but with this one, I can assure you that they normally grade. So say if it's anatomy, if it's pharmacology, if it's parasitology, it's kind of grade in percentage. So you can kind of tell your strengths and your weaknesses, and it's going to help you work on these, differences, which will prepare you much more and make you feel so confident in order to take the test. So I also highly recommend that you can do this so you know exactly what the actual QSE test would look like, since it's going to be in the exact same format on that day. The last resource that I use in studying for the QSE can be found on the official website of the AAVSB. And I know that the QSE covers so many topics, but thankfully the PAVE website breaks it down into percentages. As you can see on the official website, if you go down, you can tell that the qualifying science examination is broken down into different topics. And we have a content area and we have a domain. So normal structure and function takes about 24%, concept of disease takes about 18%, diagnostics takes about 23%, therapeutic intervention takes about 20%, public health and disease prevention takes about 11%, professional skills takes about 4%. And in total, it makes 100%. And this is a true representation of what you're going to see on that day. So I would say you have to take this serious. So it's going to be a great guide for you to help you pass the test. Now I'm going to answer commonly asked questions about a QSE.
So the first question is, how did you study for the exam?
Well, I made it a habit to solve at least 30 questions per day, but often I tried to do 60 questions per day on Zuku, and I studied for a period of 3 months, and it kind of took over my life since I was heavily invested. And all the hours I put in towards this paid off on my first try.
Nice. What branch of veterinary medicine is most commonly found in this exam?
In my experience, they ask mostly small animal medicine questions with a few large animal medicine questions and exotics.
Were there a lot of questions with pictures?
Actually, I remember only one question that contained a picture, and it wasn't a radiograph. It was just like, I'm not allowed to say, so can't say too much.
Okay. Are the questions clinically oriented or not?
The test is mainly designed to test your basic veterinary knowledge, so all the questions aren't case study based, like the NAVLE, where the NAVLE is going to be like an animal is brought in with this clinical signs, with a history, and then you work your way up and you can kind of guide you to answer the questions. Whereas with the QSE, it's quite straightforward. So they will normally ask you which part is this, or which, say for example, which bones makes up the hock joint in a dog or in a cat, and you answer it. So these are the most commonly asked questions about the QSE. Drop any other questions you have in the comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and all of the resources that are in the video I'll link in the description. So please don't forget to subscribe if you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.